Hey, what's going on? This video that I'm about to do is it's gonna be geared toward the other video I did about white people not seeing color. And in this video is going to prove that anybody who says that they do not see color is a straight up lie. So this story that I'm about to read to you guys is an old story, about a year old now, but it is still relevant until the movie, I believe it's a movie, until that Netflix movie be released. Bear with me, I'm doing a quick search. Doing a quick search right quick. Let me pause the video. Okay, I just unpaused it. I forgot where I was going with the earlier conversation, but this video is going to be about Keith Stanfield. And Keith Stanfield was accidentally caught up in some controversy. Matter of fact, I don't know if he responded to the controversy or not, but this was some controversy started by those persons who are fans in the anime world, right? So those would consist of Orientals and Caucasians, so Japanese, Asians, and but what they were doing is basically what we do when we bitch and complain about society whitewashing those black persons in history. So what's going on here is Keith Stanfield has been casted as the Japanese detective. Let me reword it like this. Keith Stanfield is the American or the black American adaptation of the Japanese detective L from the show Death Note, or the comic or manga known as Death Note. So the big problem here, matter of fact, I don't think I even have to read the article, but I'm gonna leave a few articles you can go to and a few YouTube videos that you can go to, and you can read it. You can read the articles for yourself, and you can watch the videos for yourself. There's one black guy who's who's an anime fan, and he has really the best explanation, concerning all the controversy. But the other ones, those will be anime fans who are complaining for about the things in the show that they don't like. But yeah, it seems as though other races are beginning to understand how we feel when we are being when our ancestors are being whitewashed. Imhotep in The Mummy Returns, whitewashed. We complained about it, nobody gave a damn. It's just a movie, right? Hannibal, right? They got a black person to play the role as Hannibal in a History Channel documentary. People got up in arms about that, about him being black, when history clearly shows that he was a black man, right? But we have every right as black people to bitch and complain about our ancestors being whitewashed. And it's not really bitching and complaining. It's really just our voice being heard concerning something that's not dear to us. But why would you do that to history? Why would you change history that way, eliminating us or taking us out of the picture? You see what I'm saying? I would accept that argument from anime fans if the prior movies to this Netflix series, if the prior two movies didn't portray this character, L, as Japanese or somebody of with light skin. A lot of their excuses, a lot of the anime fans, when you look at their videos, they want to say that we're scared that it's gonna come out the way Dragon Ball Z did, the 2009 Dragon Ball Z movie. That's really a load of bullshit, because they haven't even seen a trailer yet. They haven't seen the trailer. So how would they know that it's going in that direction? See, this has nothing to do with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the excuse for them to continue, it gives them a reason to express their inner racism. These same people are those persons who claim that they do not see color. As soon as this black guy was casted, as soon as Keith Stanfield was casted as L, the internets went berserk. Uploads kept coming, and I mean, these people, I seen one where there was this girl and a guy, and they were sarcastically saying, and I know that everybody's going to call us racist after this. That's really their way of saying that I am racist, I've been racist, and now I have a reason to be racist. But on the slick, I don't want nobody to actually perceive me as racist. But you see what I'm saying? And those persons who make that statement, because there's a few of them who say that, oh yeah, they're gonna call us racist after this video is made. Those same persons will say, well, I have black friends. If you have black friends and you don't see color, how do you know that they are black? Matter of fact, why would you even call them black if you don't see color? Obviously, you see color, right? But all of this, it really stems from the other video I did called Cognitive Dissonance. And I said in that video that cognitive dissonance is just like the chemtrails that they spray every day. that we have no choice but to breathe in that toxin with the oxygen that we breathe. Oxygen is a toxin as well, but we'll get to that on a later date. But the problem here, where the cognitive dissonance is, they are used to the whitewashing. Now, blackwashing, this has never happened before. Not that I know of. And obviously it has never happened before because of how up in arms these people are. They're angry that a black guy has been cast as this character. They're upset that this black man has been cast as this character when there are two caramel or vanilla skinned persons who portrayed the character in 2 movies. And you mean to tell me that a black person can't get one? And then not just that. Anime fans will tell you that you do not truly enjoy anime unless you are listening to it or reading it in its true form, which is Japanese. This show is going to be in English. It is an American adaptation. So whenever anything is adapted from one form to another one, things get changed. And they say things like, those of you who don't understand it, you can go to hell, and this, that, and third. That's just too fucking emotional. That's just too emotional. You don't even have to go that far. It's just a damn cartoon. You see what I'm saying? It's a cartoon. I'll wipe my ass with the pages. Seriously. It's not that important. But this has nothing to do with history. Okay, this has nothing to do with changing the lives of people. You know what I'm saying? This is some of the stuff that they said. This is some of the things that they said. They said that this movie is not going to change people's lives. Why should it? Movies are just for entertainment. Yes, there are little things that happen in movies that'll change a person's life. And who are you to determine that for a person who's watching it? But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the judge. Check this out. Many of you probably know that Scarlett Johansson is playing in this movie Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell also comes from an anime. Nobody got angry about this, so I decided to look that up as well. They rationalize that the character that Scarlett Johansson is playing is not even a human. It's an android, and an android has no nationality. Now, follow the logic here now. It's an anime. Japanese characters. The characters are speaking Japanese. And not only that, there have been videos of androids, lifelike androids in Japan who are made with a Japanese or Oriental phenotype. Now, let's get back to this Ghost in the Shell now. The only reason that you are accepting Scarlett Johansson as the character in Ghost in the Shell is because, first of all, Scarlett Johansson is a sex symbol. The Japanese people feeling her with the Avengers movies, with the Captain America movies. So, right off the bat, we don't have a problem with her playing this character. Matter of fact, her playing this character is going to get our cartoon or our anime. She's gonna make it more popular, right? That is the same thing that is going to happen with Death Note. Death Note is going to receive the exact same attention. People are going to want to know, why are all of these white people and Japanese Oriental people so upset about this black man playing a Japanese character? And they're going to go watch it, which is going to help your economy. See, you bitching and complaining about the wrong thing. See, when we bitch and complain, they're never going to change it. They're going to stick to the status quo. Hannibal was white. Christopher Columbus discovered America. They're going to continue to follow the status quos or the stereotypes that they created. And we are the ones who have to push that society is lying to you. Christopher Columbus did not discover America. Hannibal was not white. Imhotep was not white. Okay? There were no white people in Egypt around that time. Okay? Now, I'm going to say the same thing that y'all said in y'all videos. I know you're going to call me racist, but it is what it is. And if you don't like it, you can go to hell. Right? That's what y'all said. And YouTube let y'all upload those videos saying that. You see what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Oh, yeah, by the way, in this particular video, I'm reading from notes. And kind of freestyling with it too, because a lot of this stuff was on my mind as I was writing, and I didn't have enough time to write down everything I was thinking, so I'm kind of following what I wrote, and then I'm veering off of what I wrote. But it's all good. Yeah, if you don't see color, why does the casting of a black actor as an Oriental ideal? Check this out. I've watched the Death Note series, all 50-some episodes, right? And it's a good show. As a matter of fact, L was my favorite character. L is really the most intellectual person in the world. L is the detectives, their last straw. Like, if they can't figure out a case, this is the person they go to. And every time he solves the case. These are cartoons. These are ideals. Anybody could play these characters. Anybody could play them. That's like if somebody wanted to make, matter of fact, Annie wasn't ideal. She was just an orphan child. And then you get the little black girl to play Annie, and all the white people get upset. But you get a white person to play Imhotep, and when we get upset, it's shh, shh, shh. Y'all be quiet now. It's just a movie. Just like with Annie, and just like with Death Note, it's just a movie. These characters represent ideals. Hell, they could have made the entire cast black if they wanted to. Because these are ideals. These are not historical figures. When we talk about history, it has to line up. When we talk about cartoons, video games, and shit like that, it doesn't have to line up. It could be whatever the hell we want it to be. You see what I'm saying? And then, I mean, all these videos that they make, they don't give a good reason for why the movie should be done the way that it was originally done, or the way that it is in the anime. They give you no good reason. Okay? And the only reason, when you really just listen to what these people saying, is he's black. He's black. And many of them in these videos, they know that that's what they feel, and that's what they go on to say, oh, and I know that people are going to call me racist for this, but I'm not being racist. Yes, you are. You're being racist. You're being racist. And it's weird to see white people, do that anyway. I'm going to move on. Yeah, an idea. Why would his casting ruin the show? You know what I'm saying? See, the reason we get upset when white authority whitewashes blackness is because they have always tried to take us out of the picture, changing our history. That goes back to what I was just saying. History is supposed to be factual. Ideals are ideals. Okay? A concept is a concept. If I'm trying to relay a message, okay? If I'm trying to relay a message, let's say I write a book. And I say, there was a guy living in the ghetto. His family was on food stamps, and he loved playing the guitar. He had a family that he didn't know of who was living high off the hog, off in a suburban area, and when they died, he inherited the money. End of the story. I didn't tell you what race he was. I didn't tell you let me just stick with that. I didn't tell you what race he was. So if that story gets picked up by somebody and that story touches them, the little parts in there, you know, that lead up to the climax and the things that happen after the climax and then to the end of the story, it touches them and they want to make an adaptation of the story that I wrote. Now, if I wrote the story and they come to me and they say, okay, I want to make this story and here's the casting. These are the people that I'm going to put in this movie. Who am I to say they're supposed to be black because I put them in the ghetto? That's not fair to him, because that's not the way that he sees this story. It's just like with a song. Okay, if there's a song by K. Reno called The Abortion Song, and that song doesn't just apply to black women, that song just does not apply to black women. That song applies to every nationality of woman that walked the face of this planet, because every woman who has had to get an abortion feels those things that K. Reno was speaking in the song. It's a form of art, literally, and it should be taken as such. When someone is dissecting a painting, when they're trying to describe to you what they see in the painting, if there are two people doing that to one painting, both of them are going to have a different outlook or different description of what they see in the painting. If I paint a portrait of a child sticking their hand into a well, and they're looking in the well with a sad face, to one person it could be, oh, they dropped their dog. To another person, she probably is trying to get her sibling. And another person, oh man, she probably dropped a big bag of cash down there. The details that these people come up with after looking at the painting, these are reflections of their inner self. And if they had that painting in their house, if they were to write a story about that painting, they would write that story based on what they feel, not on what the artist himself feels. But I'm not going to make this video any longer than I have to. I said everything that I needed to say, and I feel like I'm right. But just like I feel like I'm right, they felt like they were right, and they're not going to listen to this. But I just want to really just show the fact. Matter of fact, it's not about being right and it's not about being wrong. The whole point of this video is to show that all of these people who claim that they do not see color, they see color and they see it in 3D. Peace.